I was thinking about something recently. Why does life feel so complicated sometimes? Not because we're necessarily doing anything wrong, just complicated. There is always another decision to make, another thing to worry about, another future to plan for, another question we wish we had an answer to. And before we realize it, we're carrying so much in our minds that we can barely enjoy where we are. Sometimes life feels like a maze. You take one step, then you're wondering if it was the right step. You make one decision, then you're already worried about the next one. You compare yourself to others and wonder if you're behind. You think about the future and wonder if you're missing something important. And in the middle of all that noise, peace can feel very far away. But then I came across a verse that made me stop and think. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 29 says, "God made mankind upright, but they have gone in search of many schemes." That verse is so simple, yet so powerful. Solomon is reminding us that God created humanity with a good design, a clear purpose, and a right path. But somewhere along the way, people started trusting their own ideas more than God's wisdom. We wanted our own shortcuts, our own timelines, our own answers. We wanted control. And sometimes that desire for control is what makes life feel so heavy. Now, this doesn't mean every difficulty in life is our fault. We live in a broken world and challenges will come. But Ecclesiastes reminds us that many of our burdens become heavier when we rely only on our own understanding instead of trusting God's wisdom. Think about it. God says, "Trust me." We say, "Let me figure everything out first." God says, "Take the next step." We say, "I need to know what the next 10 years look like." God says, "Be faithful." We say, "But what if I fail?" God says, "Walk with me." We say, "But what if things don't go according to my plan?" And before long, we're carrying burdens that God never asked us to carry. We worry about tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. We try to solve problems that haven't happened. We search for answers God hasn't revealed yet. And little by little, life begins to feel more complicated than it was ever meant to be. Maybe that's where you are today. Maybe you're overthinking. Maybe you're worried about the future. Maybe you're trying to solve every problem at once. Maybe you're carrying pressures that God never intended for you to carry alone. If that's you, Ecclesiastes 7 verse 29 offers a gentle reminder. God never intended for us to live in constant confusion. He created us to walk with Him, to trust Him, to seek His wisdom, and to take one faithful step at a time. The truth is, peace often comes when we stop trying to control everything and start trusting God with what we cannot control. Maybe you don't need all the answers today. Maybe you don't need to see the whole journey. Maybe the next faithful step is enough. So today, release the pressure. Release the fear. Release the need to understand everything. And remember this: God's ways are often simpler than our worries make them seem. Stay close to Him. Walk in His wisdom. Trust Him with the rest. Because the God who created you knows the path ahead far better than you do. If this reflection spoke to you today, kindly subscribe and stay connected for more Christian reflections, Bible encouragement, and faith-based storytelling. And if this message encouraged you, comment below. Lord, give me the grace to follow your will. Amen. God bless you.